as the industry, I think, has been having to continue with the implementation of new regulations. Obviously, we've implemented SRD2 whilst being in this situation, even though I think everyone was lobbying for that to be postponed. That was implemented. It has been challenging. I don't think it's COVID related. I think it just has been challenging because of local interpretation, adaptation and implementation of that, the regulations into law, and then obviously how the local market infrastructure reacts to that, because it is demanding, the flow of a lot of information. Requires us as intermediaries to be able to react to that, but also the infrastructure and CSDs, and we're seeing both in emerging and mature markets, very different pace that is being implemented, even though it's come into law, that it's being implemented. Taking some Western European markets as an example, the meeting season starts next year, and we're still waiting for the pricing of how they're going to be pricing the requests for information and managing that. And then we have other markets in Eastern Europe where it is implemented and everything, it's fine, and they're ready. So I think there has been quite a lot of difference, and it's caused quite a lot of confusion with our clients as to the expectations for the underlying investors, and what's going to be required of them, and any associated costs with that. I think I don't know if you call them regulatory changes, but we've definitely seen some changes to tax in this period. I think a lot of that will be driven by countries who obviously need to be shoring up, their purses in dealing with this crisis, and so I think we are seeing changes to tax and how that's applied, whether that's from double taxation treaties or the ability to receive relief at source, essentially making it harder for foreign investors to get that tax back. So there are associated impacts. CSDR2 has obviously been postponed till 2022, but I would hope that we will see some change, as I think we've all mentioned earlier on in this roundtable. We will see some change, whether it's regulatory or passing new laws to make it easier for foreign and cross-border investment into these markets in an environment where it isn't as easy to produce physical documents or send physical documents out. So I really hope it's going to drive change, and we should play a part in driving that change.